Hello, it's Sam Hoffman, optometrist at Sheridan Eye Care Center, and I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about computer vision syndrome, also known as digital eye strain. This actually refers to a range of different conditions and problems that can plague people as they are on computers and digital devices for long periods of time, the way that we are now, all of us, many of us. Headaches, blurred vision, double vision, eye strain, dry eyes, neck pain, back pain, all of these fall under the umbrella of what we call computer vision syndrome. And if you're struggling with any of these, I'd like to try and give you some tips to help. First, some eye-related items, then some posture-related items. Eyes tend to tire after looking at the same distance for a long period of time. So if you're looking at your computer screen for an hour or two or three without breaks, it's going to make your eyes tired. It's going to make your eyes fatigued. One thing that we talk about in eye care sometimes is the 20-20-20 rule. What that means is every 20 minutes, look at something at least 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. So instead of just looking at your computer screen intently, take some time and look out the window, take a break, give your eyes a break every 20 minutes or so at least. Another thing that plagues people on computers is dryness. When your eyes are dry, they tend to feel burny or achy. And on computer screens, sometimes people are so intent on what they're watching, they just forget to blink. They're staring, and their eyes dry out. Every time you blink, it replenishes your tears. So if you can try to remember to blink more often, that's actually pretty handy. Another thing you can do is use an artificial tear product. If you go to any drugstore or grocery store in town, they will sell artificial tears in a small bottle, and what they do is just give your eyes some lubrication. They come in all kinds of thicknesses, from very thin to very thick and everything in between. Sometimes you have to try a couple brands before you find one that you really like. I tend to like ones that have the word gel in the name because they tend to coat your eye and linger a little bit longer, so they last longer. I prefer those. You may prefer something else, but certainly it's worth trying those. Maybe right when you get on the computer, just put your head back and put a drop in each eye to get them good and lubricated, and then you may be able to be more comfortable at your computer screen for longer periods of time. Another really easy thing you can do is just put a humidifier on the floor or on the desk next to your computer. That makes the air more humid, and that way your eyes just don't dry out as much. Simple, but it could give you some good relief. There are a lot of other things we can try for dry eyes. They're maybe beyond the scope of this talk. If you'd like to talk about dry eyes, we'd love to have you come in anytime. There are some other treatments, even prescription treatments, punctal plugs, things that we'd be happy to help you with. Another thing that can be problematic with your computer screen is glare, and glare comes in a lot of different forms. If your computer is sitting here, it can be light from a window behind it, coming at you and kind of competing with the light on the screen, making it more difficult for you to see. It effectively reduces the contrast. So if you can shut the window or put your computer in a different location so you don't have light coming from behind it. Just like if there's a window behind you, that can do the same thing by reflecting off the screen. Or even ambient lights. If you turn the lights down in the room you're in, it often makes the computer easier to see by cutting down on that. Now, when the light comes from the computer screen into your eye, it can actually bounce off the front of your glasses, and that can cut down on contrast. We have anti-glare coatings we can put on your glasses that will improve that and make it easier for you to see the computer screen through your glasses. So anti-glare coatings can actually help quite a bit as well. A couple other optical problems that can happen is maybe your eyes just aren't focused perfectly for computer screen distance. That can happen to kids. It's much more common in adults. People over the age of 40 or so have difficulty changing the shape of their lens, changing the focus, and so sometimes a pair of glasses that will just dial you in for computer screen distance is quite helpful. Sometimes there are uncorrected problems, like one eye is focused at a different distance than the other. We're not all made perfectly symmetrical, and so sometimes it's helpful to get a pair of glasses that puts both eyes in the same plane. Another really simple one is sometimes it's uncorrected astigmatism. That can mean your eye is steeper in one direction, flatter in the other direction, and that will make everything look almost a little bit doubled or shadowy, and sometimes getting that fixed with a pair of glasses just fixes everything. There are glasses that are made specifically for computer screens nowadays, progressive lenses, occupational lenses, and obviously we'd be happy to talk to you about those things if you are struggling with clarity on your computer screen or with this computer vision syndrome. Now, to talk a little bit about posture, there's some easy things you can do to try to make your posture good on the computer. If you can try and get your computer screen to the same level as your eyes or even a little bit lower, that's quite helpful. If you're looking up at your computer screen, that can be hard on your neck, it can be hard on your back. You can either take your chair and lift it up, or if there's a way to get your computer screen lower, that will help oftentimes posturally. Another thing about your posture is if you can try to make sure that your back is in an S shape rather than a C shape. If you tend to sit like this and put your back into a C shape, you'll be very tired and your back will be sore at the end of very much time at all. But if you can try and keep your shoulders above your rear end and keep your neck as straight as you can, or an S shape, as opposed to a C shape, that will make you more comfortable over the long haul. That's something that's quite helpful to a lot of people, to just make sure they're practicing good posture, shoulders back, so that when you're working on the computer, you don't get fatigued from the pain of your muscles trying to support you in ways that are not healthy. Another thing that's very helpful is try to have your mouse and your keyboard at appropriate levels. If you have them too low, it can strain your back. If you have them too high, it can strain your back. You want those comfortable for your hands. Again, hopefully you have a way to move those up or down. Maybe you'll need to invest in a new desk, I don't know. And then don't forget the easy things. You know, some real easy things. Almost every computer program in the world, you can kick up the font size, you can kick up the contrast, you can kick the brightness up or kick brightness down or contrast down, or whatever you need in order to see your computer well. Don't forget to make that technology work for you by doing simple things like that. And then the other thing is, you know, nobody can work on a computer 8 hours a day full time without breaks and be comfortable. You just can't. So don't forget to take breaks. Every so often, get up, walk away from your work. We live in a beautiful area. Look out the window, enjoy the creation, enjoy the world around you, go for a walk, do something other than computer work. I hope this has been helpful. Again, we'd love to see if you have more questions or want to talk about optical solutions. Sheridan Eye Care Center, 675-2020. Thanks for watching.